Hello everyone. So today let me show you something really interesting that you may want to do. You don't have to do it, but you may want to do it with org beamer. And this is something that I discovered or I found when I was, of course, playing with beamer. Now, when you are creating a presentation in your beamer configuration, let me just show you the file. Yeah, this configuration here, basically the setup file, or basically in your LaTeX header, you have to specify the options. So basically this thing options :h:2, this means that all the level 2 headers in your org file will become a frame or a slide. Now if you look at this particular org file of mine, in this org file I have, let me just fold everything. So we have this about us, which is basically another file. This is of course level 1. Then we have about this course, and within this course we have these items like course overview, course objective. So this course overview is level 2, and this will become, or this will basically get its own frame, which is great. Now if I look at the file, now this is where about Sparks section ends. And then the next section is course overview, which is expected. This is great. And this is great because it works as we want the options h2 to work. But the problem is, for me, because I am trying to create courses using a beamer, I want people to, and of course when it comes to like a big presentation or big PDF file with a lot of slides, I want to keep my audience engaged and let them know where we are and what is upcoming. And although on the left hand side there is a sidebar, so in beamer of course you can use different themes, and based on your theme you may or may not get a sidebar, maybe on the sidebar or maybe this navigation somewhere on top. So basically course overview, course objective, they're all part of about this course section. So this is actually not bad. This is great. But I wanted to still have one more section in between, or a slide talking about this course. Because if I write anything here, like this will not get its own slide. So what you can do is, I was of course searching online, and on Stack Overflow or maybe on the LaTeX forums, someone has suggested this this particular part in the header of your configuration or your setup file. Basically what this will do is, it will basically do a couple of things. It will basically insert one after every level 1, or basically for each and every level 1 header, it will insert like some kind of a ToC or table of content, and the current level where you are in the slide will get highlighted. So this is actually quite useful, and I thought, okay, let me try and let me use it. And let me just export the presentation one more time and show you how it will look like. So if you look here, and if I go back to the previous slide about Sparks, if I go to the next slide, next page in the PDF, it is now showing me topic, and it says, so of course we have the ToC, basically the same navigation that we have on the sidebar, but we are highlighting the current page or a slide or section. And this can be really useful because in a way, when you are like doing like trainings for like a lot of people, you want people to be always aware of where they are and what all we have covered. And in this case, the sidebar and this page, they are both showing the same information, but at the same time I wanted this slide to appear, and I wanted users to be aware of that. For example, if you're on this slide and if you go to the next slide, it may not be very obvious that you are actually in a different section unless you look at the highlighted sidebar or navigation, or basically this thing here. But here, because there is a separate frame, you know that, okay, this will be, this is like, okay, end of part 1, end of the previous 2 sections or 3 sections. Now we are looking at the remaining 5 more sections. So this may not be something that you may want to do, or maybe you want to do it in your own theme, or maybe another theme. But I thought this is really interesting, and I wanted to make a video on this topic. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much.